Hi, everyone. This is Betska, the Guru Coach, together with my co-host Raj Vashisht from India. I'm from Western Canada, and welcome to Mindful Leadership Beyond Borders. We're so happy to have you here today. And again, we welcome this very special guest, Natalie Lynch from France. And let me
Everybody,
tell you,
we
I
are
am
also we are also vegan chef, and she's a master chef.
yeah. Can you tell? Can you tell? Raj and I got special hats to be on this show today. So let me tell you a little bit about Natalie. I am studying with her online to learn more about vegan cooking, and I am blown away by what she has to offer. And we'll tell you more about why she's different as we go through the program here. But she's a self-taught plant-based chef with a capital C on chef. She's not your average Joe on the internet. This woman knows how to cook. She's a food educator. She's passionate about elevating vegan cuisine. And you're going to love this. She was originally trained as a psychologist with a PhD. So in one of our previous episodes with her, we asked, well, how did you make that transition, from being a psychologist to being a chef? It's a very interesting story. But she transitioned to food after discovering her love for cooking in childhood. She has built a reputation in France. I can tell you that her online course right now is not accepting new members. That's how busy it is. And her on-site class in France for next summer, I believe, is almost full or is totally full. Is that right, Natalie?
our summer classes are filling up. We have availability in the spring and autumn, but yeah, the summer classes are
Okay.
getting quite full.
Okay. All right. So when you love what you hear today, please go and sign up, especially if you live in Europe. My God, I wish I lived in Europe. I'd be there in a flash,
Although most
And
of
she's,
our customers do come from the US. So,
oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's very
yeah,
well. I mean, I've lived in France for 2 years, so I know how beautiful it is. I would just love to go back.
it
But
is
she
stunning.
also you're welcome. She runs a guest house. She does catering for large events. But the food educator part of her is what makes her exciting for you folks watching and listening to this podcast. And she helps chefs and home cooks create satisfying restaurant quality plant-based dishes. And she does it through what she calls flavor profiling. I've learned so much in the first month I've been with her on this online class. I go, I never thought of that. There's little tricks that you can make to make your food pop, so your family will go, wow, that is so great. So her approach blends food science, flavor profiling, and creativity to make vegan food extraordinary without compromise. And you'll see that she has a couple of websites. Her in-person classes are Le Cheval Blanc.net, which means a white horse, and theindulgentvegan.com, which is her online courses. So anyway, we have all that information for you folks there displayed. You can find it easily. But before we get into what we want to do today, which is present a first course, which could be also an appetizer, and then a main course, and then a dessert. Extraordinary flavor, your folks. You're going to love it. And but before we even get into that, we want to share with you why the three of us are vegan. Did you know that in the U.S. alone, every year, 40 million turkeys are killed? For what? For what reason do we kill all those turkeys when we have all this wonderful plant-based food? Fruits and grains and vegetables and tofus and tempehs and seitans, and the vegan world is rich, far richer than the other diet. So 40 million turkeys killed every year. And then the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine out of the U.S. recently published, this is it on November 18th, so we're talking just, a while ago, They say that replacing meat, dairy, and eggs with grains, legumes, and other plant-based foods reduces greenhouse gases emissions by 51%. My spiritual teacher says it's 70%. These guys have even proved 51%. So we know that the polar caps are melting. We know that half the glaciers in the Himalayas are melting or have melted. We have a serious problem with climate change, and anybody who says differently has their eyes closed. They maybe don't want to see it, but it is a very real thing. So to preserve our planet for our children and our grandchildren, let's all go vegan. Let's all follow a plant-based diet. So welcome, Natalie.
Oh, thanks for having me.
You're very, very welcome. What's that, Raj?
That's a beautiful name.
Yeah, it is a beautiful name, Natalie. Yes. So, Natalie, where would you like to start? We talked about maybe appetizer, first course, and then a main course and a dessert. What we want to do is give our followers here a full meal that they can try for Christmas Day.
Sure.
Yeah. So what would you suggest here?
Well, I think, Christmas can be quite intimidating. I think in terms of creating vegan foods that people are actually going to enjoy. And I think there is a stigma that it's just not going to be as nice as kind of, having an omni version. And I just think that's a shame people think that. And so I like to get as much flavour as I can into my food. And what I will say, a lot of my guests, when they come, when it's been a mixed Christmas, everyone's always eating my vegan offering. And so, I know it's good and I know people can enjoy it. And so, and it's just about just being mindful of what's in there. And I think, eating a vegan Christmas as well, compared to how I used to eat as a child, traditionally, I just feel so much better after eating it. And so it's just a much nicer experience, I think. And so I live in France, where Christmas meal is eaten on the 24th of December in the evening. But I'm also from the UK, where we have a large Christmas lunch at midday. And so it kind of, there's those cultural differences there. So in terms of, I was saying to Betska earlier, you guys may have an appetizer. Here we tend not to. And so we tend to have apéros. And so I'm going to share with you an apéro, which can also be eaten as an appetizer. And so one of the things I often do for a starter or an appetizer is some sort of pate. There's so many delicious plant-based pates that you can make. And it's about thinking what's going to be sort of nice as a starter, what's going to be nice and rich. It's Christmas, it's special. And so I like to do a lentil pate. So I use green lentils, which naturally have quite a nice, almost kind of peppery, rich flavour just on their own. And so I boil those with some onions and some bay leaves just to get some flavour into the lentils to begin with. So then when those are nice and soft, I take out the bay leaf and I just, so I cook it so all the water is absorbed off. So all the lovely flavour from the water is absorbed into the lentils. And then I blitz those into a paste, but then to add the extra flavourings into there, I absolutely love adding miso, all sorts of miso pastes. And I've added a white miso. Now, miso is like one of the powerhouses of vegan cooking in terms of like the flavours that it gets. So miso has got a very strong umami. So if you don't know what umami is, we have the 5 different tastes on our tongue. It's sweet, sour, bitter, savoury. But umami is that sense of savouriness, and that's what's going to make it taste really unctuous. So I add some miso into the lentil pate, and then just add a little bit to cut through the sharpness, add a little bit of rice wine vinegar, but you could also add some lemon juice to it. And so you've got a little bit of acidity in there as well, complementing the rich umami flavour. And it's absolutely delicious. And so I have that. Sometimes I might make some little bellini to go with that, or just some toasts, or sometimes I do a little bit of toast with the lentil pate on, and perhaps just do a little onion chutney. So I just saute some onions very slowly, perhaps add a little bit of sugar to them so they go all caramelized, and put that on top of the pate. So you could have that as an apéro, or have that as a starter as well as an appetizer.
Wow. So you said you boil the lentils with onions, Yeah.
With the onions in and with bay leaf in, and
And bay
you
leaf.
put the
Yeah.
exact, yeah.
Yeah.
So the bay leaf gives a really nice aromatic kind of flavor to it.
Right. Right. And then miso. Could we add like a white miso? Yeah.
Yeah,
Any kind of miso?
I tend to use white miso in that. It's just a nice background flavor. You could use a red miso as well. You get a slightly different taste, but still delicious. So you can use other miso you have laying around. But
Hmm.
basically, whatever miso you use, it's going to add that kind of richer umami flavor to your lentils.
And miso is made from what? For those people who don't
It's
know, when I first started looking for miso, I thought I don't even know where to look,
Yeah,
right?
it can
In the
be
store.
it can be
Yeah.
made of various things. So most commonly it's fermented rice, but you can also have it made from some sort of fermented beans or chickpeas. But most
Right.
commonly it's fermented rice.
Yeah. Wow, I love the miso soup that we make. It's just amazing, right? It's so
Yeah.
simple, and the flavor, it just gives you that zing with the mushrooms and the bok choy, the baby bok choy, and so on. It's my husband loves it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So right off the bat, folks, we're learning from Natalie about flavor profiling, right? Bay leaf, aromatic, right? Flavor, and then the miso, and then she's saying rice wine vinegar or lemon juice. And why do we want to give it a zing?
Well, if you think about on your tongue, you have all those, you've got the five main sort
Yeah,
of flavor
yeah.
sensations, haven't you? And the more of those you hit at the same time in a mouthful, the more excited your taste buds are. So
Oh,
it
okay.
just tastes much more enjoyable. And so if you just have a
Okay.
mono flavor, so if it's just umami, that kind of is a bit much and not so enjoyable.
Yeah.
And so if you can put, because the miso is also slightly sweet, so and then you've got this acidity as well, so you're getting a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of sourness in there as well, a little bit of bitterness, and that just makes it a more enjoyable flavor.
So the five flavors again are salty, sweet, bitter,
Bitter, sour, and umami.
and umami. See,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that umami was a separate uh flavor. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's quite,
separate
that's more of
from,
a
yeah.
recent discovery that that's the thing. And so when you look at umami, when you look at brain imaging studies of people when they're eating all those things, umami kind of triggers off the pleasure sensation in the brain. And so
Wow.
unconsciously you're thinking, oh, that's really nice. So without realizing that, that is partly why you're enjoying it. And
Wow,
so,
I didn't know that. It actually triggers something in the brain.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
no wonder you're a psychologist and you're bringing all this wealth of knowledge to the kitchen. My God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's
Yeah,
great.
so it's all about being intentional about cooking when adding, thinking about those elements. There are more elements as well to do with flavor, but that's just like the very basics of sort of getting starting with flavor profiling.
Right. Good. Great. Um, what other ideas, if any, do you have for a first course or an apero, you call it?
Well, I
Yeah.
think as an appetizer, because like I say, in the UK, when we have like a Christmas meal, it's vast. So there's just a heaving table of things. And that's partly why we don't have an appetizer. But if you do have an
Mm,
appetizer, it tends to be quite light because you're going to be eating something, much more richer. And especially if you're having three courses and a dessert. So,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
can do some kind of like light soup that would work. And sometimes I do like a fake smoked salmon using strips of carrot, which are
Oh,
marinated
yeah.
in lemon juice and seaweed and liquid smoke, and have that as a like a Bellini style thing. Um, and I really like chestnuts at Christmas, so you could kind of sometimes I do like a cauliflower soup with some chestnuts on top, with some toasted nuts on top. But either way,
Mm.
I always try and get the appetizer, quite light.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, that soup sounds amazing with chestnuts. Ooh. I'm gonna put it on our grocery list to get some chestnuts for Christmas, and we can just toast those in the oven, right? Can't we? We cut
Yeah, well, I
the,
don't know
the
how
X in
you
them.
buy them, but here in France, chestnuts just come in kind of jars. They're vacuums in jars. So they're already cooked and they're soft. And so if you're
Oh,
buying actual chestnuts in the shells, then yeah, you probably would have to bake those in the oven first before
yeah.
you use
Hmm.
those.
We'll have to look for them in a jar. I don't even know if they exist here. They must, but if not,
Well,
then
there's,
I'm very willing to, you know,
yeah.
do them in the oven, and hopefully they
Yeah.
won't crack everywhere and make a mess of the oven. Okay, folks, listen, we're going to be right back with part 2, and Natalie is going to share with us some ideas for a main course for a delicious vegan plant-based Christmas dinner. Stay with us.